But that doesn't exist.
Right.
There are no auditions, there are no open calls to go to. It's just, I mean, promoters are not in the business of holding auditions for their ring announcer. It's just who can I get right now? Who's around me? Who makes themselves available to me? And that's the thing, is just I think cold calling, cold DMing, emailing, is just a way to you're trying to make their life easy, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to say, "Hi, I'm waving over here. I'm a person and I want to do this, and I think I am talented at it. Do you think I'm talented at it? Can I show you my face? Here's a video clip of me." Or yeah, and it's just you're trying to help them solve a problem.
It's true because there are so many. I've seen this with people, the promoters running shows. A lot of times it's sometimes, hey, do you know anybody? Cool, bring him down. Or, oh, hey, I happen to know this one guy. I don't think he could do it or she can do it, but we'll give him a chance, see what happens. They're just trying to fill as many positions as possible and put out as many fires as possible. That like you said, sometimes it's just the most random person because they're not putting a job post anywhere because it's going to take way too much time
Right.
off from their schedule. They're already trying to juggle 1,000 things at once.
A thousand things.
Yeah.
There's so many elements to it between the commission, the venue that they have to work with, the lighting company. They have a company that they bring in
Hmm.
for the ring,
Hmm.
all that kind of
The
stuff. They're hiring
fighters,
their
the
ring card
yeah,
girls and
yeah.
all that, all that stuff. So, and the main thing, which you just said, is the fighters. Like that
Hmm.
is, I believe, the promoters, like obviously their number one priority is matching fights, negotiating with fighters, and especially at the low level. And this is another piece of advice that I would give to anybody, is that you have to be willing to start out. And this is obvious. You have to be willing to start out doing it for free or for
Yep.
very little.
Yep.
Because again, promoters, they're not all, like rolling in it.
Yeah.
Like Bruce Buffer, I don't know what he makes. Maybe you do. Um,
I
it,
definitely did not ask him that because he's Bruce Buffer. I
whether
wasn't
he
afraid to ask him
right,
either.
whether he makes 50K a night or
Yeah.
100K a night or a
Yeah.
million bucks a night, none of that money is there at the lower levels.
No.
So the promoters are going to want to pay you, if anything, especially when you're starting out, maybe a couple $100,
Hmm.
and you have to be like amazing. Thank you. It doesn't even matter because I would do it for free,
Yeah.
and it's true. When I started out, I would have fucking done it for free,
Hmm.
for maybe a good year, and then I was like, okay, well, maybe I can ask for a little bit more. And I usually do. I usually wouldn't ask for more. I don't know. Maybe I should have. I have really never pestered a promoter about like, hey, I would like some more money. My pay has gone up over time, but again, I think I still am at the level where it's really more for me about just building my resume and my career and all that stuff. And I'm not at this point. When I walk home with a little pocket full of cash, in the words of Nate Diaz, but it's not all about. I'm not paying my mortgage with my ring announcer money yet.
I like that you said yet though.
Yet. Yeah, because that's where I mean, truly, like it's a dream job, but it's also like this makes sense. This is the thing that I'm best at, I think,
Right.
and this is where I want to apply myself. And yeah, I want to book bigger and bigger things, and I want to grow with the companies that I'm with now, and I do want to replace my day job with this 100%.
Of course. I mean, with so many different promotions, whether it be boxing, I mean, we're seeing what the Paul brothers are doing with their boxing. We're now seeing more stuff happening over in the EU and the Middle East in general. And then obviously, PFL just absorbed Bellator. So their ring announcer, which I had never heard of that guy before, no offense to him at all, but I just hadn't. And so that's just a thing.
Who,
And
Michael
there's
C. Williams?
exactly, see, there we go. Now there's going to be more companies, I almost guarantee it, because we're seeing it in the regional world where these guys and girls, ring announce wise or just company wise, they're going to be like the biggest in whatever area they're in. And there's always going to be new ones popping up throughout the country and throughout, even since you're in the north, you could even do some Canada shows if you wanted to. But,
Yeah,
they're all going to need announcers. They all need that ring
yeah.
announcer and they all need somebody to, help guide the ship that people are watching. And, you know, anybody who wants to do it, keep contacting all these people and just, do like you just said, do it for free as much as you can and as much as it actually, makes sense for you. Don't go driving 18 hours to not get paid at all. But,
Yeah.
you're still gaining experience and, that you just need to put yourself out there.
Part of it for me too was my luck was that Friday night fights had been long established. I mean,
Hmm.
many, many, many years of doing pro Muay Thai in New York. Um, and they had cycled through, a few different ring announcers. And for quite a few years, they had David Diamante, which
Hmm.
might be a name that you know. Now David Diamante is one of the most famous ring announcers in the world. He does matchroom boxing, and he left the New York boxing and Muay Thai scene because he got that contract with Matchroom.
Right.
Um, After David Diamante, they went through a couple of guys, Friday night fights, I mean, and
Yeah.
then the guy they had, uh, I don't know his story or how they got him. I don't know him at all, but he was a guy who I don't think, because I did see him once or twice when I went to Friday night fights to watch. I didn't get a sense that he was like a fight fan himself. Nothing against him. Nothing against him personally.
Right.
I'm not trying to shit talk the guy. He was a big guy and he had a big voice. He had a good voice. Um, he didn't read the scores quite right. There was
Mm.
quite a few times in the night when I saw him that he kind of read things kind of in a backwards way. And just again, like I combined my what I felt like were my performance skills with my love of MMA and combat sports. So I'm like, I've been watching Bruce Buffer and Michael Buffer and Jimmy Lennon Jr. for years, and it's like studying them. I'm like, I know how to do this. And that's a long way to say is that's why Friday Night Fights gave me a chance, because they had a guy that they were, it turned out, like less than thrilled with. And they
Mm.
were like, okay, let's give this other guy a shot and get this guy out of here. So
Again, the universe is just working in your favor.
wish him the best, whatever he's
Yeah.
doing, whatever he's hosting. Like I said, he had a great voice. Also, you will never catch me saying a bad word about any other ring announcer. Maybe
Good.
in private over a beer or something like that. But publicly, I will only find good things to say about anybody and everybody who wants to be standing in the middle of a freaking ring
Hmm.
with half naked men on either side of him
Yep.
talking into a microphone in front of an audience of people. Whatever your skill set is, whatever your background is, if you want to be doing this, it is like a small social club that we're a part of. There's a few guys that are other ring announcers that I consider friends now, and we all root for each other. I believe that there's abundance in this growing market. Combat sports is still exploding, and there's enough for everybody.
Exactly. And also, you don't put out the, bad vibes because they'll come right back to you.
Amen, man.
Yeah. Now, if people want to find you online, find out more about you, follow you, go see you live, how can they do all the things?
The main thing that I'm on is the Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at the Michael Hanson, and that's Hanson Hanson. That's my main thing. I don't really. I mean, I should post other places like Threads or Twitter or
Yeah.
whatever. But Instagram, I put the most energy into it. So find me there. And I am ring announcing regularly now for Mitten Muay Thai, which is Michigan's first ever pro
Ooh.
Muay Thai promotion, which they just started, and APFC, Anthony Pettis Fighting Championship. I was super lucky to get on with them, and they've been rocking with me for a couple years now. And this next show with them is this weekend in Milwaukee, and then 2 weeks from now we are going to be in Richmond, Virginia.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, I've loved this conversation, and I can't wait to see where the future holds for you when it does come to ring announcing. And I really hope to see you doing the It's Time in the UFC cage one day.
Oh man, from your lips to God's ears. John, thank you so much for having me on.
Thanks for coming on. Thank you so much to Michael for being on the show. Again, make sure to follow him on the social media so you can find out where he is going to be ring announcing near you. Or if you just want to go check him out, go travel. Please do. He needs all the support he can get. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for him when it comes to ring announcing. Now, while you're doing that, make sure to follow us on the social medias. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSERSPOD on the Instagram, the Threads, and the Twitter.
If you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly, it is Rodie John. That is RODIEJON. Rodie John is the name on the Twitter and on Untapped. In case you want to find out what I'm drinking, maybe we can have a beer together. If you want to follow me on the Threads or the Instagram, it is official Rodie John. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.